index that is also computed when we are working with measurement model, and that is called as the average variance extracted. It is called as AVE. Average variance extracted formula is given as summation lambda I square for all I divided by the number of items. So it is a very simple formula. So again, AVE for EMP will be 0.6 square plus 0.7 square plus 0.8 square whole divided by 3. Okay, so again this condition is this should be greater than 0.50. Should be greater than 0.50. What does this mean? It implies that on an average, the latent factor EMP explains 50% or more variance in the associated items. That means we are able to explain more than 50%, at least 50% variance in the item is because of this latent factor EMP. The remaining 50% in the item could be because of the measurement error. So this is again showing that this condition is again a condition for convergence, or the items are good indicators of the latent construct EMP. The last thing that is proven or that is talked about from these measurement models is what we call as the discriminant validity. Now, what I did was I have these 3 first order factors EMP, TO and LEX. Now I want to check whether they are distinct or discriminant from each other or not. So what do? I create a table. Factor 1, which is EMP, factor 2, which is task orientation, factor 3, which is LEX. So now you have AVE of each of these that you have computed along the diagonal. So you write AVE of TO and you compute AVE of LEX. And then below the diagonal, you write the R value. So the correlation of factor 1, factor 2, correlation of factor 1 with factor 3, and correlation of factor 2 with factor 3. So this is F1, F2, and F3. And above the diagonal, you write the square of those values. So F1, F2, R square, F1, F3, and R square, F2, F3. Right? So this is correlation below the diagonal and square of the correlation above the diagonal. Now, in order to prove that EMP, TO, and LEX, they are actually distinct or discriminant from each other, what you need to prove is you need to show that there will be three conditions for each of these factors. So AVE of EMP should be greater than R square of EMP with TO and R square of EMP with LEX. Similarly, AVE of the second factor should be greater than R square of again EMP with TO and R square TO with LEX, and AVE of LEX should be greater than R square F1 F3, that is EMP with LEX, and R square TO with LEX. If you are able to prove that these three conditions are met, then we can say that EMP, TO, and LEX can be modeled as separate factors, separate constructs. Else, if these conditions are violated, if violated, you will need to model a second order factor model, because they are not distinct. There is an overlap between these underlying factors, and so you cannot model them as separate factors. You will have to have an overarching factor that will model this, that will be estimating these first order factors. So in order, and this is you can do it for dimensions of a construct. You can also do it for different constructs that are there in your model. So we'll test it using for both one construct, that is our leadership construct, and then we will also test it along with other constructs.